Hello everyone. Hola a todos. ¿Cómo están? En la lección de hoy vamos a estudiar los adverbios y luego las preposiciones. Hay diferentes grupos de adverbios en español. Okay, there are different groups of adverbs in Spanish, and just like in English. We have adverbs of place, los adverbios de lugar. Repeat after me. Los adverbios de lugar. Los adverbios de lugar son abajo, adelante, adentro, adonde, acá, ahí, allá, ahí, alrededor, aquí, arriba, atrás, cerca, debajo, delante, detrás, dentro, donde, encima, enfrente, entre, fuera, lejos, sobre. Okay, these are the adverbs of place in Spanish. And we have adverbs of manner. Okay, these are the adverbs of manner. Now, be it adverbs of place or manner or time and of doubt, of negation, of affirmation, we're going to go through all of them. But there is a way to form adverbs from the feminine form of the adjective. If you have an adjective, if the adjective is masculine, you add the feminine form to it. You convert the masculine adjective into feminine adjective and you add mente. Okay? If you have rapido, you make rapido, rapida, which is the feminine form of the adverb, and then you add mente. No, the feminine form of the adjective, and you add mente, and you make an adverb out of that adjective. So that is a way, the common way to form adverbs from adjectives, because many adjectives lend themselves to becoming adverbs, but you have to convert the masculine form into feminine adjective and then you add mente. So if you know any word, any adjective in Spanish that you want to convert in adverb, if it's possible, because not all adjectives will allow that, but when it's possible, you convert the adjective into feminine adjective and you add mente. So here we have apasionado, and then it becomes apasionada, and you add mente, okay, and then it becomes with passion, okay. Apasionado is passionate for masculine, and apasionada is passionate for feminine. So these are adjectives, and the mente is the suffix that converts the adjective into adverb. Okay, the mente makes it possible for the adjective to change class and becomes another part of speech. Okay, so, and it's not only for adverbs of manner, for other adverbs it's possible to do that. Okay, so it's just a tip that you need to learn at this stage. Now, all these adverbs in context, when you are reading a text, you will come across them and the context will guide you. Okay, some will be below, some will be through, other like up, here, around. Okay, so the context will guide you. Now, if you want to know the precise meaning and write them down in English, you can look them up in dictionaries or in online dictionaries. I'll provide a link at the end of the course for you to go online and search things that you want to search. So here's the adverbs of manner, and they are called los adverbios de modo. Okay, mode, like how you do things. Okay, los adverbios de modo. We have adverbs of time, which are in Spanish los adverbios de tiempo. Okay, hoy is today, ayer is yesterday, mañana is tomorrow, tarde is later, temprano is early, pronto is on time, ya is yet, nunca is never, ahora is now, enseguida is in a moment, todavía is still, and so on and so forth. The same pattern here. You have an adjective. You convert that adjective into a feminine adjective first, and then you add mente. Here we have ocasionalmente, ocasionalmente. Now this end in L, which means it's the same ending for both masculine and feminine. So there's no conversion to do here. All you have to do is to add mente, and then you have occasionally. Okay, so same thing. Eternamente, it's eternal, which is eternal. You convert it into a feminine adjective by adding the R and removing the O first and adding the R. It becomes a feminine adjective, and then you add the mente. The suffix mente will make it possible for the adjective to change class, to change grammatical class or word class, and pass from an adjective class to an adverb class. Okay, so whenever possible, when you want to express an idea and you know the adjective, turn the adjective into feminine and then add mente. Most of the time it will work. Okay, these are adverbs of affirmation, or adverb de, I think there is some here, this one is supposed to be here anyway. The affirmation is supposed to be on top, but it's los adverbios de afirmación. Somebody asks you a question and you want to answer positively, then you say sí, which is yes, cierto, which is certain, claro, which is clear, and bueno, which is good, and por supuesto, which is of course. Okay, so, but you can have efectivamente, efectivo becomes efectiva, and you add mente to make an adverb out of that adjective. So same thing for all this. Then you have adverbs of quantity. Okay, when you say mucho or mucha comida, comida is food, so mucha comida is a lot of food, because comida is a masculine, no, it's a feminine noun, So if you are using it, you are using an adjective, you'll say mucha comida. But if you just want to talk about it, I mean, and use an adverb and you say mucho, the context will guide you or your audience to know what you are referring to, because mucho is an adverb. There's no change to adverb. It doesn't change. But when you say mucha comida, mucha is an adjective and it agrees in number and gender. Comida being a singular, so the number is singular, but the gender is feminine, so you say mucha. But adjective don't change. No, adverb don't change. Adjective change, but adverb don't change. So if you see a lot of food, you can just say mucho. If you say mucho in a context like that, it's an adverb. Okay, so many adverbs are the same as adjective, and the context will guide you. You know, adjective describe noun and pronouns, okay? But adverb describe adverb. In adverb you have verb. So adverbs, the first thing adverb modify is verbs, okay? If you want to say, oh, she speaks too much, you can say ella habla mucho. Ella habla mucho. Okay? Ella habla mucho. Mucho is describing the verb hablar, which is to talk. Okay? If she's too chatty and you want to say ella habla mucho, the mucho describe the verb hablar. Okay? So adverb modify verbs, they modify adjectives, like he runs fast, okay? Or corres rápido, okay? So you use the adverb to modify the verb, you use adverb to modify adjective, and you use adverb to modify other adverb. Muy bien, which is very good, or very well. I mean, muy bien as very well. Both are adverb. Okay, so muy is used as an intensifier to modify the other adverb well. Okay, intensifier, it kind of add quantity. Okay, either speed or quantity or things related to that. So these are the list of adverbs of quantity. When you are reading tests, you will come across them and the context will guide you. And you want individual meaning of each of them, you can search online and write them down. You can search also the reverse online and write them down. If you write them down in Spanish and you read the Spanish, that's a way of improving your own Spanish as well, because dictionary teach a lot as well. If you read word and you read the definition and you read word, you look for the definition, you search for the definition in the other language, okay? And here is a term that will benefit you. You are English speaker, so English is your source language, okay? And the language you are learning, be it Spanish, French, or Portuguese, or Chinese, is called, linguistically speaking, is called target language, okay? So you can search for words and find their meaning in your source language, and also search the equivalent that you found in that you find in your source language, you can search it further in your source language and get more information about it. And also, if in a bilingual context, you can search the word from the target language dictionary and get its definition in the target language and read it in read the definition in the target language. So both approaches will help you understand better and make a better use of them in context, because to advance in language learning, you need three types of dictionary. You need bilingual. Okay, most of the time bilingual have both entries. Okay, like English Spanish and Spanish English. Okay, that's one. You need monolingual English. Okay, so as if there is a term that you read the bilingual is not coming clear to you, what do? You look up the term in the monolingual dictionary in your source language. Okay, that gives you better understanding, a faster understanding. Now, if you are advancing, you look up the word also in the target language, but monolingual dictionary. Okay, so we're talking about three dictionary here. One in the context of learning Spanish. One is English Spanish, Spanish English. They are together most of the time. Then a monolingual English dictionary, and later a monolingual Spanish dictionary. So if you have those three dictionary and you have difficulty when you are reading some tests or you are building your skills, because you cannot learn language continuously in a classroom or through an online course. Sometimes you have to spend time with the resources and do things and do some research, and also go out there and practice. Okay, so those are tools that you will need to corroborate your efforts to learn Spanish. So these are adverbs of quantity, los adverbios de cantidad. Okay, and then these are adverbs of negation, los adverbios de negación. Okay, somebody asks you a question and you want to say no, it's no. Okay, in Spanish as well. Never is nunca. This also is never. Okay, nada is almost same as no. Okay, so all these are adverbs of negation. Okay, and now you have you are not sure of something. Is it going to rain? It's a little cloudy, you are not sure. Okay, so when there is a doubt about something, okay, are they coming for dinner tonight? You're not sure, so you use words like quizá, tal vez, posiblemente, and all those posiblemente, eventualmente, aparentemente, they are adjectives, but the suffix mente is added to them to make adverb out of them. So review the list of all these three slides. You can start the video and mute it and write down and do some research and get used to these little particles, because you will be finding them all over tests, and knowing them here will minimize your challenge when you are reading a test in the target language. Okay, so well, after adverbs, now let us study las preposiciones. Okay, that is a limited number of preposition in both Spanish and English. Unlike adverb where you can add mente to adjective to form adverbs, prepositional are not like that. You don't add anything to them to form anything else. But sometimes you add some noun phrase to preposition and make other prepositional phrases out of them. Okay, most of the time there are single words that you use to establish relationship between event, nouns, noun phrases, and all that. So they establish interdependence between part of speech, okay, to express some intended meaning. So las preposiciones. So the word into here, flows into, is a preposition. Okay, flows into the right atrium through the vena cava. It's a preposition, through. Okay, into is a preposition, through is a preposition, from also is a preposition. So that just gives you an idea about like how preposition are used with verb and next to the noun phrase and all those, establishing relationship with what is said and what is going to be said next. So they establish relationship with what they call antecedent and the next, which is in Spanish called consecuente. But it's not necessary for you to know those terms, but it's good to remember that prepositions establish relationship between part of speech to express intended meaning. Okay. So here is the list of prepositions. All prepositions are here. You can count them. They are not that many. Okay. Now, beside the preposition, there are some locutions, prepositional locutions, that play the same role. Some you can find the simpler form here on top, but others, you are almost compelled to use them as a group of words. So, but they are called prepositional locutions. In Spanish, las locuciones prepositivas. Okay, so here we have a. Okay, a, it has different meanings. Sometimes if I say vamos al hospital, it means the meaning of direction. Okay, but in other contexts it has different meaning. Ante is before, bajo is below, con is with, contra is against, de is of, desde is from, durante is during, and so on and so forth. It's good to review them. Take note, write them down as preposition in your notebook. By writing things down, you are already learning, because when you write them down, I'm not talking about typing. You take your pen or pencil, you write this thing down. You have on top, you have a big title, Las Preposiciones. And below that, you have, the simple forms. You write them down, and you write down the locution, the prepositional locutions. You write them down, and here is something to help you. Debajo de, for instance, means bajo. Okay, so you don't need to use debajo de if you want to economize word. while you know bajo and debajo de means the same thing. Delante de is ante. Sometimes it's elegant to use this, but you know, if you are a beginner, so keep it simple, okay? Detrás, you have tras, so you don't need to use detrás, but it's good to know them because you find them in prepositional locutions, but some of them have the equivalent in the simple form of preposition. So take note, review, and when we are doing on the in-class practice, we'll come across some of them, okay? So as usual, we are going to use this first portion to identify any preposition that we may encounter. And we do that together on screen, and later you go through this one and that one. Any preposition you find, you underline, as I suggested. You print like about 15 copies of that PDF of this test, and underline when we are in class, and after that you go through it, underline yourself, and then you take your pen or pencil and write them down. Now, you also need some time to type them if you are trying to have everything in your computer, so you can review faster. If it's hard for you sometime to decode your own handwriting, so after you handwrite, because that's the learning process, it's been demonstrated that when you handwrite things, it's already a step into making progress in your learning journey. Okay, so do the homework after we complete the in-class preposition identification. Okay, as usual, I'll go to a larger test. Okay, so what kind of preposition do we have here? Okay, in this test, we have the following. We have según, okay, this is a preposition, okay, which means according to, okay, or as. In this context, it means as indicated, okay, as indicated. We have para, okay, para means for, okay, para 90 días, for 90 days, okay. We have un here, en combinación, that means in combination, okay. Sobre means about, in relation to, okay. Sobre is a preposition. We have según, also a preposition. En here, also a preposition. El uso de is a preposition. If you go back to the list, you'll find it over there. La administración de is a preposition. Another de here is a preposition. Another para is a preposition. A los niveles, a is a preposition. Protocolos de tratamiento de la presión arterial, de, preposition. Registro de salud, de, preposition. Para, ayudar, para, preposition. Ayudar a, preposition. A controlar, preposition. Okay, so those are the prepositions we have in this test. As I was telling you, underline them while I'm talking, and read the other three portions and identify the preposition in them. Okay, underline them first and then write them down. It will help you. It will participate. It will enable your learning. So it's good to have them. So thank you for your attention. We are almost at the end of this survey of part of speech. Okay, you can spend a whole semester working on this, but I'm trying to make it as short but still meaningful as possible. Okay, so I hope you are learning and you are progressing. And now we have already studied almost all part of speech. We have studied article, we have studied noun, adjectives, pronoun, and verbs, which are the 5 variable part of speech. In the invariable part of speech, we have covered los adverbios y las preposiciones. Okay, so what do we have left out of the 8 or 9? 8 if you don't count interjection, which is a standalone part of speech, because it doesn't interact with the other part of the sentence, but it's still a part of speech. But the 2 we have left are what? Conjunction and interjection. So our next lesson will be on conjunction and interjection, and it will be the last lesson of this module, and that's introducing you to the part of speech. If you have taken Spanish grammar course before and don't remember a lot of things, you go through this class, it will bring back a lot of stuff. But if you are fresh and you don't need to review this, all you have to do is to do the homework. For each lesson, you do the homework. For each lesson, you do the homework. That will bring your understanding of that part of grammar, current. So that will enable you to update your knowledge as far as part of speech are concerned. So thank you for